in the name of freedom of expression and opinion, they cannot allow anything to circulate over their forums, over their platforms. How to make internet trustworthy, how to make internet without harming common people, how to eliminate hate speech, racial kind of speech, insensitivity, all these things. This is the main idea. Social media should be banned because they do mimicry on political leaders.
Right.
They do criticize political leaders, and but that is not ground.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Stream Talk. We have a very special guest with us today. He is Mr. Kundan Aryal. He is a professor at Tribhuvan University in Nepal. I think one of the reasons he's here is to discuss disinformation and misinformation across the South Asian sphere. So I'll turn to him and pose the question to him first.
Thank you.
Tell us about this disinformation, misinformation campaign.
Yes, over the years, we have been teaching our students about social media, nature and feature of social media, logics of social media, and over the years, we have also courses on combating misinformation, disinformation, and during this course, we thought that why should not we take it as a, why should not we be linked with the society, what is going on in our part of the world. So Jahangirnagar University in Bangladesh and one University of Vocational Technology in Sri Lanka and my university, Tribhuvan University, we decided to work on this area, and we now we are working to explore the problem challenges. We explore the challenges and we have been supported by UNESCO, because UNESCO had they have in 2023 after the consultation around the world, they bought one digital platform governance guidelines to digital platform governance, and that explicitly said that there should not be any restriction on freedom of expression and opinion of the common people. At the same time, the digital platforms, they also do have duties and responsibility and accountability towards our society. In the name of freedom of expression and opinion, they cannot allow anything to circulate over their forums, over their platforms. So with this objective, now we are trying to develop one guidelines for the regulators, for the government part, and for the public part, that is very much linked with the media literacy. So after March, maybe May or April, we will be bringing that 2 toolkits in these 3 countries, in Bangladesh in Bangla language, in Nepal that it would be in Nepali language, and then in Sri Lanka there will be 2 languages, Sinhala and Tamil. So that is our initial idea, and during this course, recently in December, we concluded one national consultation in Sri Lanka. We met political persons, we met government people, we met opposition, we met experts, and then we had one full day consultations with this idea. So how to suggest a place where we can balance, suggest for the balanced use of social media. So that
So
is.
can you tell me what do these tools do? What are they supposed to do?
Yeah, it is. It would be the guidelines,
Okay.
and that guidelines, main objective of that guidelines would be, there should be freedom of expression and opinion, and from the government part, they should be accountable. They cannot, in the name of statutory regulation, they cannot control. But at the same time, from the part of digital platforms, they cannot say in the name of freedom of expression, they cannot allow to circulate anything. So it should be, there should be multi-stake approach. That means, there is internet, there are digital media platforms, and these platforms, issues of these platforms are very there should be multi-stakeholder involvement. Otherwise, Nepal has given a good lesson to all the countries that if you try to impose like statutory regulation or any ordinance or any directives by the government that now onward you will be banned, so that is not that much easy. You cannot ban like that, and it will be counterproductive. So there should be multi-stake approach, and the whole idea is how to make internet trustworthy, how to make internet without harming common people, how to respect public interest, how to respect the people's right, and at the same time how to reduce, how to eliminate hate speech, racial kind of speech, insensitivity, all these things. This is the main idea.
Okay. So once you have made this guideline, these tools, and then would these go in the hands of the government? Would the government be liable for taking care of this?
Yes, that would be very moral kind of document.
Yeah.
That we cannot say, we are not lawmaker, we cannot say that should be implemented, but at least there would be one guidelines prepared by wider consultation. So that would obviously help us to talk about. For example, there is one universal guideline for the digital platform governance prepared by UNESCO, and with that at least we can say that yes, digital platforms also have duties. They have also accountable. They should be accountable, and yes, if you see, and it is all about using internet for the betterment of the humankind, entire humankind. Because if you see, during 2005-6 up to 2010, 15 maybe, there was one sort of euphoria, like we found one medium for the liberation, medium for emancipation from authoritarian regime, liberation from authoritarian regimes. So that is fourth wave of democracy, like Samuel Huntington says about three waves of democracy, and it is fourth wave of democracy, and like Arab Spring and like that. That was a time. But by the time of 2015 or 2015 onward, it also gained bad name for the toxic media.
Okay.
So there are harmfulness, there are many problems. So that challenges social harmony, that challenges like harmony between the
people.
different communities. So religious intolerance, all these things. So that gained the name toxic media. But now we have realized that every technology is like a double-edged sword. So it has also negative kind of things, it has also positive kind of things, and we cannot imagine a society without networking, without like without having discourse that much easy. And we are in a situation that unlike legacy media time, when legacy media were very popular, very powerful or influential, at that time there used to be gatekeepers.
Right.
So if an individual wants to put his voice or her voice, then that might be suitable to that gatekeepers, those gatekeepers. So only through those filters, so that goes that allowed to go outside. But now every individual can put
Anything they want.
anything. That is good thing, without any like gatekeepers, without any mediation they can put. It was earlier, but now we realize that this social media is not that much like a neutral platform. It is not a
It is
neutral
not a
platform.
neutral platform, right?
So there are factors.
There are
We need to understand the logics of social media.
But here, I ask you this
Yeah.
because because Nepal has gone through a revolution
Yeah.
itself. Bangladesh has also similarly gone through a revolution last year. Nepal happened, I think, this year, right? One of the things we have seen that when we talk about misinformation and disinformation, it hasn't always come from social media. So, for example, and I'm sure you're familiar with this, we have seen a lot of disinformation come from the Indian media itself. And this is the same thing that has happened in Nepal as well, post-revolution. So when another nation's media is spewing misinformation, that proliferates on social media. How would you tackle something like that?
For the media, yes, I do agree. There are Indian television channels basically. I recall I have written one article in after earthquake in Nepal. It was in 2015-16. So at that time, the Indian television basically they came to Nepal and they reported like Nepal is totally devastated, destroyed, and India is rescuing Nepal.
Nepal, yeah.
So it was very unpopular kind of reporting, and Nepali people start hashtag Indian media go home, and in reaction from India, the people started to write don't send back them to India, send them to Mars. See, we people anywhere, whether in India, whether in Bangladesh, whether in Nepal, we all have same feeling. We don't like those kind of media.
Absolutely.
And one good thing is, if we talk about the institutional media, those media produce edited content. Those media work on layers like reporting, editing, rechecking, verifying information. That has one that sort of media
Right. That's a strong guideline.
has editorial policy guidelines. So that is somehow good because they are providing editorial news. And if they do anything, we are here, we the people, means even Indian people oppose their media.
True.
So that is good thing. But regarding the social media or the digital platforms, an individual's mind could think anything.
Right.
Like it is very arbitrary kind of
It is.
thinking pattern. So without any gatekeeping, an individual can post anything. So that is more dangerous for the misinformation and disinformation. Yes, for the big media, for the institutional media, those who have editorial guidelines, at least we can say that this is not journalism. This is
Right.
not journalism.
Right.
Is it journalism? So if we ask, then they have some sort of veil.
Right.
Though it could be like tactics, or it could be like they are just
Lip
they have
service,
lip
basically.
service.
Yeah.
But even though they have that editorial guidelines, they have code of ethics like that. But in case of individual media, that is difficult.
Let me,
And
one of the things, sorry, I'm
yes,
interrupting
please.
you. Yeah. So one of the things that we have also seen, with our election is on the 12th of February. Your election is in March.
Yeah.
One of the things we have also seen is the spread of AI videos, a lot of AI videos. You and I can perhaps spot an AI video, but digital literacy in Bangladesh, for example, is still very low. What is the condition in Nepal and how do you combat these AI videos?
Yes, that is similar problem, and I think in this type of situation, the big media company they should listen to us, not our government.
Okay.
Listen to civil society, listen to academia, listen to people, because yes, for example, we do agree that these digital platforms had great role in transforming society in terms of politics, in terms of throwing away the authoritarian regimes. That we do agree and we do have due respect. But at the same time, now where these platforms has been misusing with this AI generated content or the other anything insensitive kind of things, and especially during the election. Election means it is higher level practice of political transformation. It is basic democratic exercise in any country, and we are in a process to consolidate our democracy. So in this crucial juncture, they should be sensitive. Those big companies should be sensitive, and they should have special attention. And I'm not talking as a without any base, because in past also there are records during the election time. For example, in India, they have given special attention to those kind of contents, because yes, we do have low level of media literacy. People cannot separate what is fake and what is real, and that is there. At the same time, our political parties, they are also not that much matured. They can express anything while they seek votes, and their cadres can write anything while they are attracting the people. So in this situation, I think the big media companies, the digital platforms, they should take care about this. They should go through our language. They can't say that we don't have that much capacity to understand Bangla or Nepali. They are we are
Ignorant.
we are algorithmic adjustment in terms of English and all these things. So they cannot say that. Here, I think this context demands, if necessary, content moderation, content curation. It demands. So we should say like that, and this is a global issue. This is global issue, and this is issues of all the countries.
Right. Let me ask you two final questions before we wrap this up. One of the things I think from your discussions I've understood is you feel like social media operators have a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
But if I look at it from this way, do you think social media, the big ones like Meta or TikTok, are they soft power tools of governments? I mean, do you think there is a role their government plays in how content is displayed in countries like, say, Bangladesh or Nepal?
I don't have that much idea on that, but obviously they are business, and they are doing business. But yes, we agree they have business, they are earning money, but at the same time, their business nature of their business is different. And these days there is issue of business and human rights.
Right.
If you don't care of human rights and you do only business, that is not not tolerable. That is not good in this civilization, in this era, because we have been talking about United Nations is very much propagating very much campaigning on business and human rights. Yes, they are running their business, but at the same time they need to take care about public good. They need to take about doing no harm to the people. They need to take care of controlling racial kind of expression, like hate speech.
Right.
So that is their duty.
And I think they're successful at it, because when you saw the Palestine-Israel conflict, you would see that any post that was too pro-Palestine was being flagged. So there is that mechanism in place. It's just not being used for us, would you say?
So it is beginning. We have long way to work on this area.
Right.
The countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, we have common kind of goal. Being a weaker nation, we need to take care of that. And yes, our rulers, they think that social media should be banned because they do mimicry on political leaders.
Right.
They do criticize political leaders, and but that is not ground. We have different standpoint. We think that criticizing a leader is not that much big thing, but spreading the hate speech is a big thing.
That's the big thing.
So we should be rational. We should be rational, and obviously our people should be media literate. They should at least they should
Okay,
know what sort of media is this, and they should know about the functioning of this algorithm
right.
and social media logic that is there, but that is long way, and we should at the same time social digital media platforms, the companies, they cannot say that well, yes, it is very neutral kind of platform. No, there is no neutrality at all on digital
Let me
platforms.
ask you one final question
Yes.
before we wrap this up. This is a time and this is an era where, for the first time, I think we're seeing that your government is on social media. So it's communicating directly with you on social media. I think during the COVID era, we saw in Bangladesh, one of the biggest sources of disinformation or misinformation actually came from the government. So, what advice do you give to governments who are now embracing the age of social media?
Yes, it has one good thing that if a prime minister posts something on social media, that means that is what we call in legacy media horse's mouth. So that is
Right.
there. So that is there. That is good thing that they communicate to the people. But at the same time, we need interpretation of uh, social happening, interpretation of political activities, that is called we need political communication.
Right.
So for that we need trained journalists. For that we need journalism media, mass media, with the edited content run by trained people,
Right.
the communication expert.
Right.
So I think there is room for the media. I don't care whether it is published in a newspaper, paper, or whether it is digital. But there should be edit media with the edited content, media with the institutions, media with which can take responsibility in case of mistake, in case of error. Then they ready to rectify the errors. So that is our that is democracy,
That is
and the
democracy.
political parties should be accountable by the professional communicators.
Right.
So these days, sometimes some political leaders, they think that why should we need press conference? But press conference is not only talking to people, talking to journalists. It is one way to people in the power, to make them accountable.
To hold on. To
So
respond.
this is journalism.
This is
So that should be continued. And obviously the communication and information landscape is wider these days. There are social media, there are individual expression, and there are media. So all together, this is the galaxy. This is the overall atmosphere, overall ecosystem of communication and information.
So, Kundan sir, if you had one message for our viewers,
Yeah.
what message would that be?
Yes, take care, as when you express, you take care of your position, or you try to be one very wise person. You can't speak anything that you comes to your mind when we converse with the people. Same thing when you write something on social media. Take care of ethical kind of things. Take care of truthfulness, and be humble to put your idea. That is one thing. And take and just think about a mega principle, I would say, that is do no harm to others. That is one. And please don't write anything on social media. That is from our part. And from equally, we should be very much aware on the algorithmic trend, or we should be aware on like social media platforms attitude, or their sometimes their tendency to make business only, because that is, of course, that is business, but at the same time that is service business. They are, because they are claiming they are providing information, they are building a communication super highway around the world. That means they have business with
Absolutely.
responsibility. They should do business with responsibility. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, viewers, as well, for joining us. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next episode of Stream Talk. Thank you.